Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. How's everyone doing today? Guys, it's all over. Again. So make sure you smash the like button. Mourn our bags. It's a sad day. The end of the bull market lasted approximately 24 hours. Oh, what a bull market it was. It will be missed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Happy Monday. Or is it a sad Monday? That answer ultimately is up to you. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how's everyone doing today? Guys, Bitcoin taking a big fat doo-doo. Big fat dump on our chest. 109, 977, and 65 cents. Absolutely disgusting. I did not consent to this dump. 58.79% on Bitcoin dominance. Getting a little pumpy. Bounced off of 57.68, which is our last point on this chart. I'm not entirely sure where it came from. But it bounced off of that, so I will take credit for it. We did mention yesterday that we have dumped every single Monday for the past 6 months. Billy said, who's responsible for this? Monday. Waterfly said, any day above ground is a good Monday. Happy Monday, Waterfly. Appreciate you for being here. John has officially returned from his hiatus. We haven't seen John in 17 months. It's been quite a long time. How you doing, my old friend? It's good to see you. Guys, let's refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. We got a lot of liquidations to the upside. I will say that. That is the probably the only bullish thing we have going for us right now. Otherwise, everything looks like poop, and not the good kind. Not that there's a good kind, but maybe, who knows? People pay for elephant poop coffee beans, so who knows? 109, 206. What the hell is that? 109, 206. Guys, don't forget to stay tuned for the daily close contest coming up in approximately 30, I don't know, 20-something minutes, 26 minutes. 108, 496. That's right. Even in the ultimate bear market where we all lose all of our money forever, I am still giving away up to $100 every single day for the daily close contest. 110, 715. So make sure you guys stick around, participate, share the stream, increase your chances. Just tell your friend, hey, if you win the daily close contest because I showed you this channel, we're going to split the winnings. 111, 781. That's called diversification. And 112, 935. Let's see where we end up. Right now, we are ending up down because everything looks like poop. I said August 24th through the 30th for a breakout for Bitcoin. I got 5 more days to be right as of right now. I look like I'm completely wrong, and I feel like an idiot. Let's put this on the 30th as well, just so that I don't feel as much of an idiot as I am right now. We got some time. Pittsburgh platter. Tyler submitted an early guess for his daily close contest. John said it's been 84 years. That's such a good gif. Good gifs all around. All right, guys. Let's see. Bitcoin is down 3.22% on the day, currently trading at 109,821 and 838 and 61 cents. Not looking good. Not looking great. Not looking bad though. If we look at our seasonals, this is about that time. Leading into September, we get a little dumperoony. Like August, September, dump. And then September 6th, 7th, 8th, It's usually the bottom, and we start to move from there. So let's see if that's the case this time around. If that is the case, we got about 2 weeks, unfortunately, and I'm seeing some information, some data that is also backing up that time frame, which is a horrible time frame. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. Maybe we hedge our bets and open up a forever short. We as in me and me, because I'm not a financial advisor, so don't listen to a thing that I say. ETH is down 8.84% on the day, getting a touch of our trend line that we've been keeping an eye on after failing to hold our green trend line, which is not great. But I don't know. I was going to say it's oversold, but it's not. 4 hour is not oversold yet. I could see a touch of 4K. This is post new all-time high on Ethereum, which is, the all-time high was exciting, but it is doing the exact same thing that Bitcoin did. Bitcoin broke its previous all-time high right here, and it took a little dump-a-rooney. ETH broke its previous all-time high right here, and it's taking a little dump-a-rooney. So we'll see what happens. Right now, see if we hold this 43.50 area. If we break below that, I'm looking for 4K for a downside target. We did get a bearish cross over our moving average on the RSI, and we got a confirmed red dot way back here, pre all-time high, which seems to be playing out as we speak. Our RSI is sitting right around 35, has not quite entered the oversold area yet. Sol is down 9.7% on the day, getting rejected from our blue trend line for the 3rd time in a row, heading to the lower blue trend line for a 5th touch. We'll see if we find support there. That is looking for the blue, 181. For the green, 184. We'll see if we get a reaction off 184. Fully expecting 181. We break below that, actually. I've been looking for this target down here of 172 since back here. We didn't quite hit it. So maybe this is where we go back and hit it and then go up from there. Jay Shear sets up, family. What's going on, Jay Shear? Nice to see you, my friend. Total free is down 5.42%, rejecting 1.07. Can't quite get over that. It is a struggle number for sure. Let's see if we finally get a break above that. Eventually, as of right now, we get a downside target. The stinky downside target is unfortunately going to be 880 billion. The mid target, where I wouldn't be mad, it'd be boring. It'd be a little bit boring, but it would be better than 880. Would be 940, 939, 938. So we'll see. Whoops, don't want to do that. We'll see if we hold 1 trillion. If we break below it, then it's going to get pretty dicey for alts. As of right now, it looks like we're holding it. That's what I want to see. That's about it. RSI is almost oversold. It's not quite there yet. Your momentum wave is entering oversold territory. So we'll see if it turns around. Everyone's going to be bearish. It's Monday. Mondays are bearish. ADA's down 8.3% on the day, rejecting 92, 93 area. So it seems like ADA was dancing around over here, and then it had a hard rejection off of 93. Got a little W, 93 rejection, and now it's going down again. Technically, waste management fractal potential. It's pretty fugly though, and it's small, so I'm not going to really make anything up. Plus, it already broke, so it doesn't really matter. For a downside target on ADA, I'm looking for 75 cents. If we lose 80. Obviously, 80 should be psychological, bare minimum. But if we take this into consideration, we get bop, boop, down, bop, boop, down. Probably going to be the same exact thing. Looking for 75 cents, not financial advice. Next, we got SNEK is down 11.17% on the day. We lost 5, which we knew. We hit 5 for a hot second. We got below it. We got a little wick above it, which was fun. But as soon as we lost 45, we knew we were probably going down to 40. We're at 42.37 right now. 40 is our next stop. We got 20 minutes remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Smash the like button. It really helps, especially on these down days. On the red days like this, nobody watches the streams. So if you guys could smash the like button, it would mean a lot to me. But yeah, SNEK looking for 4. If it loses 4, it's going to get extra dicey. But again, it's a similar situation to ADA. We get our spike, our little pullback, our spike, our little pullback. We might go down to 37, 38. I wouldn't mind that. But if we lose 4, I'm probably going to freak out. Letting you guys know ahead of time. XRP's down 5.7%. We were in our $3 to $3.40 range for like 5 minutes. Immediately lost that. We're heading towards 275 right now. 275 should be a decent support. If we lose that, then 257 is going to be the next on the cards. There's nothing really to report here. We got a lower high. Although you could consider this probably some kind of wedge as well. There's a flag potential there for sure. So something to keep an eye on, something to take into consideration. 275 would be our last ditch effort for that flag, unless you wanted to try to cherry pick and be like, oh well, what if it's just a descending, a falling wedge instead of just a whatever the other kind of triangle is. Then it might be. I don't know. 257 would be my bare minimum for that to be a flag. HBAR is down 7.49% on the day, currently trading at 22.96. We did lose our retrace target of 235, which isn't the end of the world. It could be a fake out. We might pop right back above that as soon as this candle closes on the daily. Otherwise, 22 should be in the next area of support. What's interesting here, unfortunately, we got high, breakdown, kind of a double bottom situation here. Say lower high right here. And again, similar situation. Yeah, I'm sure you could draw this into some kind of crazy, enormous wedge. It's not really going to make a difference. It just looks like a bad pattern. It doesn't look great. So we'll see if we make a lower low here on the higher term time frame. As of right now, we're just projecting our little trading range around 26. We should see support at 22. If we lose that, then 20 is going to be next, and it's going to be a decent psychological number. So SWE is down 9.32% on the day, currently shooting at 333.85. We rejected 370, broke below 353, and broke below 342. This little 342, 353 range is like a airbag, I would call it. So since we're sitting below that, we're probably going to $3. Unless we hold 325 as support. And it has to be a strong hold. I will say volume is increasing, which is good. RSI is almost oversold. Your momentum wave is definitely oversold. We'll see what comes of it. Volume increasing is promising. 325 might hold for SWE. SWE is a strong coin, but also is kind of volatile, so I could just as easily see $3. We'll see what happens though. 325 has been a decent sized support since the beginning of August, so ADA is down 8.61%, losing 90, or heading towards 84.84. The fact that we're below 95.35 is incredibly bearish, in my opinion. We got a little W and a rejection at $1, broke below 95.35 once more, and we're sitting below 90 right now. So unless we get back above 90 before the daily close, I'm looking for 84.84 minimum. We're probably, potentially, if we get really, really bearish, coming down for a third touch of our blue trend line. 1, 2, 3. That's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. It literally looks identical to this right here, where you get that 3 triple top, and then it goes to the downside. Exactly the same thing's playing out. Triple top. 1, 2, 3, down. So don't get mad at me if it hits that target. We'll see what happens though. Ergo is down 10.35%, getting a nice touch of $1.23, rebounding very nicely though. Getting bought up pretty quick. We poked around at $1.50 for a hot second, and we immediately lost $1.44 and headed towards $1.23. Bounced off of that very nicely. It's sitting at $1.28 right now. Ergo actually looks decent. Nice retrace. RSI almost entirely reset. It's getting ready potentially in the next 8 to 12 hours, getting a bullish cross over the moving average. We'll see if that momentum continues. We are incredibly oversold on our momentum wave, though. That could also give us a nice push to the upside for Ergo. What if I said, did you shower today, JJ, or are you before bed guy? It depends on what I do at work usually. I don't shower in the morning though. That's too much. I have a hard enough time waking up in the morning. Expecting me to shower in the morning is crazy. I'm a shower at night person. Arrow $1.28. Yeah, let's see if this holds $1.23. This arrow is pretty promising, but you do have like a triple top kind of funky head and shoulders potential going on here, so be careful. This right here, this 1, 2, 3, could be playing out on a larger scale right here. 1, 2, 3. And that resulted in a downside, so if it does go down, it's not the end of the world. I would look for a touch of the purple trend line. That's worst case scenario, so. Pinlink is down 10.59% on the day. Rejected 75 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and bounced off of 60. Sitting at 62.98 right now. I did watch the retro video, yes, Tishu. It honestly, it made me want to play N64 again. They're talking about a Sega Genesis most of the time, but old school. Those old school games, you can't really beat them, honestly. I was very surprised that the games when they came out back then were $60, $70. Because people are freaking out about them now being 60, 70 bucks. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. They haven't really adjusted for inflation. You get so much more game now, technically. And people are freaking out about $70 games now. But back then they weren't. When the dollar was worth so much more, $60, $70 back then adjusted for inflation is like 300 bucks today. So we should consider ourselves lucky that we're not paying 300 bucks for the next Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? What if I said, when do you wash your shirt? I do laundry probably once a week. Pin link, yeah, like I said, bouncing off of 60. We'll see if it holds. If it gets below 60, I'm probably going to start buying, but that might be a mistake. Hopefully this is just like a negative Monday. Because that's usually how it goes. The last couple Mondays have been awful. Crypto Spaces said, anyone from previous cycles, what do you think of the market? It's the same as it's always been. Previous cycles, honestly, I would have expected like a 50-60% downturn out of Bitcoin by now already, if it was anything similar to the previous cycles. Tishu said, yeah, it's true, but so many games are bad though. I'm not a big console guy anymore. I've been on PC, and it's the indie titles, man. You got to go for indie. There's a handful of AAA games that are decent, but the indie titles like wipe the floor with these AAA studios. It's insane. So I don't know what's going to happen to the gaming industry, honestly. Render's down 9.99% on the day. Lost 350. We're sitting at 338 right now. 315 should be next target if we continue to the downside. We lost ascending channel. That was kind of sloppy in the first place, so I'm not really mad at it. We got a lower high. Getting ready to put in a lower low locally on the higher term time frame. We could go all the way down to 280 and it would still be a higher low, so it's not too bad. Greg said, ahoy JJ, good day to all. Hold fast, pirates, or someone else will hold your treasure. Tom Soxcoat said, Arrow might be worth a buy. Tishu said, yep. What if I said, yeah, you snobs, thank your parents. For what? Alright. Stellar's down 6.15%. We are losing our range, which we've done in the past, and rebounded immediately. So if we do lose it with conviction to the downside, then 32 cents should be in the cards. I'm so used to dollar amounts now. Keep in mind, this could be a gigantic flag, or technically speaking, we got our little double bottom thing here. We broke out of 32 cents and never retested it. So this could be one gigantic retest or a continuation, which wouldn't be bad either. What if I said aging for video games? Oh, yeah. I remember when my dad bought me a PlayStation 2. It was pretty sick. It was like totally out of nowhere. I didn't even ask for it. He's like, do you want to get the new PlayStation 2? I was like, sure. It's pretty sick. Stellar down 6.08. Yeah, I'm looking for 32 cents if it loses our 38.5 or whatever. Otherwise, my midpoint bounce would probably be around 35, 36, which is where it bounced last time. A little bit above midpoint. Greg said, hit that like, whether you want to or not. Yeah, guys, smash the like button. Stinky price action equals stinky viewership, so if you guys hit the like button, I would thoroughly appreciate it. Polkadot is down 9.5% on the day. We are touching the bottom of our symmetrical triangle. If we lose this, then this is going to be that fake out that I talked about. Which I would try to maybe lean towards that happening. My head and shoulders target, which never played out, was down here at 35.30. So maybe we touch that and then bounce. Otherwise, I would fully expect 333 to touch and then hopefully bounce for that fake out. So we'll see what happens. What if I said Bitcoin, dump Bitcoin to 99? Tyler said, JJ, you're in contracting, right? Kind of. I like run a landscape architect carpentry firm. But when I say run it, I just am like the office and job site manager and lead carpenter and foreman without the pay of all of those things. John said, "Blessings, JJ. Should I be worried, bro?" I'm not worried. It depends on your risk tolerance, though. Honestly, I remember freaking out when these moves would happen, and I actually don't feel like it was unjustified because it was my first market, and I'm sitting here every other day, I'm losing 20, 30, 40%, and it would bounce back fast, but not a big fan, man. Not a big fan. Even now, I don't freak out like audibly or visibly. I hold it in like a man. Have you guys ever seen those TikToks? The guy's like, don't. Oh, what? I gotta figure out one of the good ones. He's like, when you get injured, don't go to the hospital. Die. Be a man. And it just keeps doing stupid stuff like that. It's so funny, dude. Teacher said even more impressive Spidey turning into Batman. I kind of like Arnold turning into the Hulk and then the Terminator. That one was pretty good. That one made me laugh. The Wild West, man. I like it. They're just like, we don't care. What are they gonna do? Sue us? That's too funny. All right. Polkadot bounce maybe. Fartcoin losing 83.27, 61.94 next in the cards. That is a pretty big fat dumperoonie coming for Fartcoin potentially. Look at this gigantic inverse head and shoulders. That's crazy. And it played out very nicely as well. Oh my gosh, that would have been a great trade. Potential buy opportunity on Fartcoin coming in hard. Not financial advice. Volume increasing. RSI almost oversold. Momentum wave definitely oversold. You got some unconfirmed red dots and bearish divergence pointing to the downside. Regardless of it being decoupled, this does actually very nicely correlate with our fractal. So let's see if we get a reversal August 26th, 27th. Tyler said, JJ, you didn't read mine. You blended, Tyler. I'm sorry. If you were doing a roof with, say, your Uncle Jack and he gets stuck, would you help him off? No, I would not be doing a roof. I don't have an Uncle Jack, and I would not help my Uncle Jack off. That's disgusting, Tyler. He can help himself. Fartcoin, geez, 16.73 is crazy. Kansas is down 6.17%. We're getting a little bounce at 8.2. It's currently sitting at 8.431. RSI is pointing to the downside. Momentum wave almost oversold. Yeah, nothing really to report here. Hopefully it holds. If it doesn't, 76 is in the cards. Avalanche had some exciting news today. 23.37 current price. We're right in our little cushion zone, our airbag zone of 23.20 and 23.61. If we lose that, 22 is definitely going to be in play. Our volume is increasing, which is interesting. Increased volume compared to down here and down here. We had a little spike right here, but that's just because of big dumps. RSI pointing to the downside. We might be getting a RSI reset on a higher time frame right now. It might just be Monday. It's a Monday thing because this has happened every single Monday like clockwork for like 6 months. People freak out. They get shaken out and they end up buying midweek. They buy back their bags at twice the price, which sucks, by the way. That means you have your holdings. You get mad, you get upset right now, you sell your Avalanche at 23.37, and then it pumps tomorrow. God candle, 12%. Guess what? You just lost 12% of your bags. Better yet, I'm pretty sure you lost, 11%. Regardless, that sucks, dude. So, don't be a weenie. If you're freaking out and you feel like you need to sell right now, you should have freaked out and sold up here. Don't have recency bias, have conviction. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Don't listen to me. Chainlink is down 9.49% on the day, currently trading at 23.37. We did break down out of our ascending wedge, which we did say, or is this an ascending channel, I suppose? We did say that this was a bearish pattern. So this was to be expected. Target for this, I have no clue. I don't even know how you measure targets for these. I don't know if you can. I would look for support at 21.67. That is a big point of contention. Otherwise, $20 should be huge support. That was our breakout zone. We never retested it. So I would call that a breakout retest, actually. then continuation. Also corresponds perfectly with just the pattern that's playing out, man. You get a spike, you get a pullback. Spike, pullback. Happens every single time, like clockwork. Do not be surprised when we get pullbacks. The price cannot go up forever. It has to retrace a little bit. People take profits. Little weenies sell and cry. And we dollar cost average. John said, sounds like our case of the Mondays. Waterfly said, JJ said, buy AVAX here. I did. Doge. Fully losing its pump from the other day. I think everything has done that. Doge, I'm looking for a target of 20. I've been looking for a target of 20 since last Tuesday. From this Head and Shoulders, which never played out. I mean, it broke below, but it didn't play out. I got a little W off that. I got a little pumperoonie. Thank you to Jerome Powell. But for whatever reason, today we're magically dumping, and nobody knows why. That's weird. Volume's picking up. It looks very robotic. Almost oversold on the RSI, and your momentum wave is oversold, so we could get a rebound very soon here. 20, like I said, psychological. We'll look for a retrace there. NIR's down 9.82% on the day, looking for a bounce of 234. Otherwise, a break below that would result in a target of 221. Midpoint, maybe 227, 228. RSI almost oversold, and momentum wave getting there as well. Pengu down 12.08%, currently sitting at 29.98. We should find support here. If we don't, then look for 25.73 next. Our midpoint would be 27.28. But we'll see if 29.9 holds. Silver, a little bit dumpy today. Not quite giving up its entire god candle back here though. DXY, a little bit pumpy. MicroStrategy, a little bit dumpy. NASDAQ, a little bit choppy. S&P, a little bit dumpy. Nothing really to write home about. Bitcoin dominance, hopefully going to reject 59 hard and push alts higher, faster, better, stronger. Bitcoin itself, 110 and $74 and $110 and $92 even. We got 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining until we begin the daily close contest, so make sure you guys smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's do some news before we get into the daily close contest. We got about 200,000 Ethereum, 1 billion left on exchanges in 48 hours. If momentum holds, that's fuel for the alt rotation. Pretty crazy. TechDev posted, it's not just the tops. Every bear market has ended precisely as red turned green. Every ramp has lasted as long as bars were green. Every hockey stick has been marked by green flipping red, not the halving. And yes, every top has been marked by a peak in red. The business cycles dynamics are all that's been needed to understand Bitcoins. All I see is this cycle is so different, F this cycle, or cycle almost over. What's actually different? Green has been longer, and thus the ramp has been longer. That's all. Red hasn't even started. Doesn't seem like most will be here when it does. Will you? It's a pretty interesting chart, pretty interesting concept. Definitely something to take into consideration. Guys, we got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you get your guesses ready. Bitcoin 110, 167, and 65 cents. Getting a little pumperoonie here on the 1 minute time frame. Let's transition to our game screen. Cheers. Happy Monday. Or let's call it mediocre Monday. Just because the price action sucks, though, doesn't mean our day has to suck. We can still have a good day. Consider it a dollar cost average opportunity if you got any cheat funds lying around. 18 seconds remaining on the clock. Then you guys can start getting your guesses in for the daily close contest. Chance for you and your friends to win up to $100. So make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, otherwise you cannot participate, and get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Did anyone do anything crazy this weekend? Error maker coming in. I got to put Tyler's guess in as well. Tyler submitted an early guess, which was $110.06900. Error maker cannot type your name, man. 110, 240. John said, met my future in-laws. Ooh. Were they cool? That can mean one of two things. They were either awful or they were great. There's really no in between, but there is a possibility that you don't know yet. So you could just say like they were, I don't really know yet. Tom Selleck Goat coming in with 110, 200. JShear 2.0 coming in with 110, 100. Taking another sip. How are they, John? Are they watching? Are they in the room right now? Blink twice if you need help. Oh my goodness. Goodness. Bitcoin, 110, 227 and 30 cents. Brandon Hilgen coming in with a guess. 110, 124.03. Okay, I like it. John said, just weird enough to make me comfortable, but not weird enough to make me uncomfortable. That's how it should be. Butterfly said, did you compliment your mother-in-law on ass? What? That sounds like there's a platform called Ass. And you went on there and found your mother-in-law and went like, you're so nice. I thoroughly enjoyed the meal. Thank you, Linda. Instead of Facebook, it's just called Ass. But it has nothing to do with like dating or sex. It's a place where people like go to buy donkeys. Bitcoin 110, 153 and 88 cents. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. You got 2 minutes and 24 seconds remaining on the clock. Getting a little dumperoonie. Anybody else? Anybody at all? For the daily close contest, chance for you and your friends to win up to $100. If you nail the first 6 digits, you win $20. If you nail all 8, you win $100. Tyler said my grandma died. Did that actually happen? What if I said JJ humor odd sometimes? You said, did you compliment mother-in-law on ass? Not on her ass. So there's something called ass that John was either standing on or he was on the app called Ass, and he said, mother-in-law makes great food. It's not my humor. It's your weird wording. Don't blame me. It's not a weird joke. It's a perfectly hilarious joke. It's award-worthy. Guys, you got 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Anybody at all? We got 19 people watching. Also, make sure you guys smash the like button. What if I said, JJ, you're an ass? I am. I pride myself on being an ass. I also have a very nice ass, which I have been told by several people throughout my life. My fiance hates it whenever I say that because I say it so much. Degenair coming in with a guess. 110, 109. What if I said change your shirt, stinky? Dude, I've had this conversation so many times with like everyone. The playground insults are so much worse than like the adult ones. Like if somebody says F you, you're an F and C word, or a bitch or something, you're like, whatever. But if somebody's like, you're a jerk, or like, you stink, you smell really bad, nobody likes you, you're like, whoa. Ouch. Because that's real, dude. You got to think about that. You got to think about those little insults. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 seconds remaining. 2, 1. Time's up. Let me go check the Discord. Make sure JShear 2.0. No JShear in the Discord. Interesting. Okay. So we got a small... whoopsie. We got a small group of people for the daily close contest. Mr. Roberts said 156K. Sometimes I need to remember where we're going. Oh, excuse me. Tom Selk said, do you own a shirt that's another color or everyone is black? Most of them are black. I have other color shirts. I just don't like them. I just like black shirts. I look better in black shirts. What is with you guys on my shirts, man? Okay, we got Tyler. Let me sort these bad boys. Nope, we got Error Maker. Arrow Maker with 110 240. You guys are obsessed with my clothing. It's funny. Tom Selexcoat. Do you guys have like all kinds of colored shirts and stuff? Do you care that much about your wardrobe? Ooh. That was good. That was good. Brendan Hilgen with the 110, 124, and 3 cents. The change is like the biggest psychological thing because, like, what if you're over or under by like a few pennies? That's gotta hurt, man. Degener with 110, 109. 110, 100 for Jay Shear. Interesting. So Jay Shear was not in the Discord. He was in the chat. Why didn't I remember that? Tyler with the lowest guess today of 110.069. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin currently sitting at 110.200 even. 110, 195 and 32 cents. Right below Tom Selexcoat. Currently, Brendan Hilgen is in the lead. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Tyler said, or over by 69 cents. What's the question mark for? JShoe 2.0 said, wait, I put it in the chat. I know, I saw it. I got it. I got you. I don't know why. Apparently, I read it out loud and I typed it in, and it just went completely in and out of my brain without me registering it. All right, let's see. I think, do we think Bitcoin's going to close red on the last minute time frame? This is for no rewards, just bragging rights. Red or green? Sound off in the chat. Red or green? What do we think the 1 minute time frame candle is going to close for Bitcoin? Even if it's just a little sliver, the color of the sliver, the color of the candle, is it going to be red or green for the close? I think it's going to be green. I think this one's going to be red, and then the last one's going to be green. Bitcoin currently 110, 179 and 99 cents. Brandon Hilgen still in the lead. Brandon Hilgen said red. Here we go. 110, 143 and 65 cents. Who's going to win? I think Brandon Hilgen might take it. I don't know. It's getting pretty dumpy. Unfortunately, it might be Tyler. And I say unfortunately because Tyler has such an enormous lead. It's going to be Tyler. Son of a bitch. I don't have any hot dogs prepared. Mr. Robert said, hello, JJ. Hello, all. Just dropping in with a throwaway future guess. And after close to boot, LOL. I might be right by mid-October, though. Yeah, we'll see what the fall brings. Ooh, Degener. The tides have turned. Ladies and gentlemen, 51 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin 110, 111 and 99 cents. Degener now in the lead with a guess of 110, 109 even. Oh, Bitcoin falling a little bit. JShear 2.0 now in the lead, 110, 105 and 15 cents. 49 seconds remaining on the clock. This is going to be a close one. Is it going to be red or green? The candle on the 1 minute time frame. We got a head and shoulders, but it's janky. It's a little fugly. Arrow Maker FPV saying green. I think green as well. Currently red, 110, 108, 47 cents. 33 seconds remaining on the clock. JShear 2.0 still in the lead. It's going to be a spicy one today. 25 seconds remaining. Flatline, but it is still red. 20 seconds left. Degener now taking the cake. 17 seconds. What's it going to be? It's still red. Please don't close red. Do not close red. 8 seconds remaining on the clock. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, it was red. Son of a bitch. Degener is our winner of the evening. Congratulations, my friend, on your victory. Bitcoin's daily close with a flatline candle. However, it was red. It actually says it was down 1 penny, so it is not a flatline candle. The daily close price, $110,111.98. 110, 111, 98. Wow. Congratulations, Degener. 110, 111.98. Very cool. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our victor. With a guess of 110, 109. Very cool. Congratulations, my friend. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. Zoom out. Candle is red. Bragging rights goes to Brandon Hilgen for that for the candle guess. But the daily close winner is dyor with a guess of 110, 109 even, and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 110, 111, 98. Very cool. Closest without going over. Congratulations, my friend. Let me add you to the winner's Google Doc after our celebratory button press. Yay! dyor. I think this is your second win? Yes, this is dyor's second win. He is now more than one. He has doubled his victories overnight. Congratulations, my friend. And the dog said, hey, bro. Hi, bro. Hi, bro, to you. Do you think AVAX chart is good? I think AVAX is good. I'll look at the chart for you in a second. We got a daily close winner. Spam the bananas in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I need some banana spam. Congratulations, my friend. And can I get a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen. The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of a 110, 109 even, and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 110, 111, and 98 cents on August 25th, 2025. Mr. dyor's prize is a homemade Mexi Melt. Congratulations, dyor, on your victory. Feel free to share this. I would recommend not, because it is freaking amazing. If you have never had one, consider yourself lucky for receiving this one for today. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again. If you are wondering what on earth is a Mexi Melt, why, it is a delicious, unjustifiably removed from the menu item from Taco Bell that contains cheese melted to the tortilla, beef ground, placed in a line, topped with pico de gallo, rolled into a delicious, moist, melty, cylindrical shape of goodness. It's amazing. And I'm pretty sure they should technically face legal charges for removing it from the menu, because I'm emotionally and physically scarred from it not being there anymore. Pretty much. It's like a burrito, but it's so much better than any freaking burrito that ever existed. It is a Mexi Melt, my friend. Highly recommend. Make one yourself. If you are in, I believe, Southern California might have a special, like, Taco Bell that has it, or maybe all of the Taco Bells down there have it. I don't know. They're the ones that get away with all the emotional arguments. They probably literally sued Taco Bell for, like, removing their safe space or something. Too much cheese? No, not enough. What? Too much cheese? I can't believe you just said that. And you're the winner today. Jeez. I cannot believe I just saw that in my chat. Mr. Roberts said 100% gain for dgen. Just your 2.0 spam bananas. I appreciate the banana spammers. Don't forget to smash the like button as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to our news articles. All right, we got Metaplanet buying another 103 Bitcoin worth $12 million. They now hold 18,991 Bitcoin worth $2.2 billion. Grayscale filing an S1 Avalanche ETF. Very cool. Michael Saylor's Strategy buying 3,081 Bitcoin worth $342 million. This one's random. Elon Musk's XAI officially sues Apple and OpenAI over antitrust violations. There's a cryptocurrency apparently called XAI that is suing XAI over, I think, trademark infringement or something like that, which is freaking hilarious. Tom Selleck-Scote, speaking facts, coming in the chat saying there can never be too much cheese. Thank you, Tom. Unfortunately, dyor has not been educated in the way of cheese, so we can't fault him for that. Maybe he's young or something. dyor, do me a favor. If you're ever, like, bored or you're just looking for some random junk to watch, hold on. Go to YouTube and look up government cheese. And I watched the Wendigoon video on the government cheese, but apparently Food Theorist has one as well. Highly recommend checking it out. Apparently farmers at some point we're producing so much cheese that we like consume, and then we stopped consuming as much. But then the government, like the farmers, were like, listen, we're not going to stop making this much cheese. You need to buy this effing cheese. And the government was like, okay, we'll buy the cheese. Whoa, we'll buy the cheese. So then the government started making cheese or buying cheese, which is hilarious. So there's literally, I don't know if it exists anymore, but the idea of it cracks me up. There's government cheese out there. There's government issued cheese that exists. And allegedly there's like warehouses like full of aging cheese wheels. Which is freaking awesome. That is what I pay taxes for. Warehouses full of cheese wheels. Because guess what? If the apocalypse hits and there's no cheese, I'm just going to die. There's no other way around it. I will not exist without cheese. I'm just saying. See, John knows. He said it's stored in a giant underground bunker. We should stop talking about it. Every time we get into deep government conspiracies, my channel, like my stream rugs, something happens. They're watching me for sure. They know that I know about their cheese. So I'm on a cheese watch list for sure. Gemini apparently launched an XRP credit card, which is the most random thing. They're like really, really grasping at cult followings to try and get profitable. But it's probably not going to happen because Gemini sucks. So not financial advice. President Trump says the U.S. will reduce drug prices by 1,500%. Awesome. John said, I'm eating cottage cheese now. Nice. I like cream cheese. Cream cheese is like not the only thing that's not cheese that has the word cheese in it. I do like literally every type of cheese. I'm Italian, so what do you want from me? I'm also French, so that's cheese and cheese if you translate it. U.S. government to take ownership in more companies. Cool. Bitcoin liquidation map, 1 billion longs to 108,800, 15 billion shorts to 122,000. dyor said, yeah, unfortunately, I'm quite lactose intolerant. I think I am to an extent. I have no problem with cheese, but if I get like, if I get a coffee from Tim Hortons with cream in it, for some reason, it messes me up, dude. Like my throat. I get like really bad cough. There's something, maybe it's just my local Tim Hortons. I'm like coming to the realization that all of my local restaurants are just disgusting. I think that I keep getting sick from like food intolerances and stuff, but in reality, it's just disgusting food places. Dream Tank said, yeah, I can't have cheese or I destroy the bathroom. What if I said Bitcoin, LOL? Bitcoin 109,680 and 1 penny. Congratulations, Degener, once again on your victory. My retrace target, my OG retrace target was 106,000. Do you guys think we're going to 100K? Apparently that's a 52-week moving average. Let's actually go look at that. I want to go to Queen Chart, and I want to get rid of, whoops, Market Cipher, and I want to look at my moving averages. We got 50 and 200. Oh, I want to go to the weekly though. Yeah. I'm assuming this is a 50 at 94,996. No, that's a 200. No, it's a 50. I'm right. So the 50's down here at like 94, 95K. Jeez. Let's see how far we go, man. We're definitely well, that's out of the question now. What's nice about this is I can scoot this wherever the hell I want it. We gotta wait. We gotta wait till Sunday to see if that fractal is trash or not. What if I said, come on, 99? Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. That sucks, but I wouldn't doubt it. Alts are gonna get completely creamed. Unless dominance starts to die off, which would be nice, but it's been pretty, whenever it looks exciting, it gets not exciting very fast. And the dog said, bro, it has 92K CME gap. Still? Is that the one that, who was talking about that? Somebody was talking about that, and every time I brought it up, they're like, do you want to go down there? It was funny. Tom South Scott said, White House just fired Fed Gov Lisa Cook. Oh, good. I'm not a big fan of people committing fraud in the government, dude. I don't care how stupid and small it is. She listed her primary residence on 2 different applications in 2 different states within a year. One of them was in Michigan. One of them was in Georgia. Where do you live, Lisa? Do you live in Michigan or do you live in Georgia? Because you just fucking lied on a federal mortgage application. Bitch, bye. Crypto Spaces said, what is Ben Cowan right? No, we're still in August. He was talking September, so he was wrong. He was very wrong. Bad Ben. I'm going to sue him now. I'm just kidding. That's not funny. That was a bad joke. I apologize. That was distasteful. Marty Party posted total reported exchange liquidations 24 hours, $904.05 million, $82.06 million in shorts, $821.99 million in longs, and that was 2 hours ago. Have we liquidated more since? Who knows? Who knows? It's Monday, so I don't know. Dream takes that she lives in between them in a third state. That'd be pretty funny. Mr. River said 99 for the Gretzky trade. If Bitcoin gets that low, I have 25% dry powder to put a bit more in. What if I said JJ doesn't like black women with financial power? I'm totally fine with black women with financial power. I don't like Lisa Cook lying on her fucking paperwork. Because, you know, if I did that, if I committed fraud on a mortgage application and claimed two different primary residents within 1 year, I would go to prison. So fuck her. Sorry. Next, we got stock exchanges urge regulators to crack down on tokenized stocks. This is hilarious. As expected, due to the competition of tokenized assets and the rent-seeking regulators, write a letter to the SEC complaining. A group representing the world's biggest stock exchanges have called on securities regulators to clamp down on so-called tokenized stocks, arguing that blockchain-based tokens create new risks for investors and could harm market integrity. A letter seen by Reuters shows tokenized equities are blockchain-based tokens created to represent shares in companies. The tokens represent ownership of the securities, but investors do not become shareholders in the underlying company. Note, the DTCC owns all the stock, not the broker or the dealer, and definitely not the investor. So this is just hot air. Interesting. That's hilarious. Next, we got Stock Money Lizards, a rare post from them. Good support area. This can be a good bounce from here. We will see. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Repeating pattern. Let's see if that's what happens. We also got a update of this from Marty Party. Yeah, we're right about there. 109.5. We're like right there right now. If we don't bounce here, then that structure is definitely broken. All right, next we got another post from Stock Money Lizards. Ethereum, once again, a fair value gap has been filled. See post attached. People are constantly afraid at lower prices and euphoric at higher prices. For me, this is a good long setup. I will average in here in a trading position, spot risk 1% of trading portfolio at defined spot of the fair value gap. Stop loss at 41.90. Not financial advice, DYOR for educational purposes only. I like it. Then we got Colin Talks Crypto posting a different chart from Stock Money Lizards with the descending trend line from the previous pattern, looking for a target at 98K with major confluence. We got a breakdown of previous resistance turned support. We're currently 109,686 in that. We're sitting at 109,716 right now. So let's see if we get the 98K or if we bounce somewhere along the way. He's saying 50-week moving average. Multiple confluences show 98K. 50-week. No, we looked at the 50-week. It's at 96. How would my 50-week be any different? Oh, he's projecting it's going to... Okay, I see. He's projecting that's where it's going to hit by the time the breakdown occurs completely. John said, who does? Who does what? Oh, that's messed up, John. That's messed up. Okay, this one's important as well. Another PSA. Google. I don't know how people don't know this. When you search on Google and there's like 2 or 3 ads at the top that say sponsored, do not click on the sponsored post. According to this, now phishing ads are taking advantage of that top spot on Google sites, and they're posting their phishing sites. If you search for Aave, then there's a scam Aave at the very top, because they paid to be there, and then probably a couple of posts below that, you see the actual AVE website. As long as it doesn't specify that it's sponsored, it's good to click on. You're probably better off just typing in ave.com in your browser. But if you have to use a Google search, make sure you're checking to see if it's sponsored or not. If it's not sponsored and it's not an ad, then it's more than likely safe. Cointelegraph posted, Willy Woo says Bitcoin's slow rally is due to OG whales from 2011 holding massive supply, requiring over $110,000 of new capital to absorb each Bitcoin they sell, which is actually not a bad explanation. Paolo Arduino says Tether powers 80% of sub $1,000 stablecoin wallets, showing people choose it for everyday use, which is pretty cool. I think this is going to happen more and more. Stablecoin dominance is going to just grow exponentially, and we're not going to be able to stop it. It's going to be completely disconnected from the cryptocurrency market because people are going to be using it as a substitute for the dollar. Crypto Times posted Bitcoin crash cycle repeats with a question mark. Crypto Quaint warns the current Bitcoin dip mirrors past cycles. Pullback may drag on for 2 to 4 weeks before a rebound to new highs. Short-term pain, but history says a bigger rally is coming. Not financial advice. 30-day correction. When was that? So cycle 2 was a little dump and then a huge peak. Cycle 3, we had that 30-day correction. Okay, I see. Jeez, that sucks. Degenaire said, my Ray dildo? What? Ash Crypto posted more than $200 billion wiped out from the crypto market in the last 24 hours. Pray for your altcoins. Umair Crypto. Let's go check on Bitcoin really quick. 109,808. Where is it at? 798, 805, 786. See, that's why I don't like looking at this. It's always different. 109,817 and 14 cents. Coach to Canap said Caspa smart contract this week. Nice. It's about damn time. Cody said, sup, friends? What's going on, Cody? Guys, do me a favor. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining. Happy Monday. Or mediocre Monday. Cheers. Welcome to the channel. Congratulations, Degenaire, once again on your victory. All right. Continuing news. We got altcoins are insanely oversold. Look at the others ETH chart. Oh, that's an option. That's actually sick. Altcoins are bleeding against ETH like never before. This is exactly what kind of capitulation moment smart money waits for. We got oversold. The weekly time frame. Ooh, Coach to Camp said, "Did you see Rampage Jackson's son video?" I have not. I gotta check it out. A lot of people are talking about it. Cody said, "I sold some ETH at the high and buying alts now. I'm basically George Soros." Nice. That's awesome, Cody. Congrats, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cody is doing the path to alt season textbook execution. So, be like Cody. Not financial advice. We got Bitcoin. Flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing price surges. Money flows into ETH, but struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts outperforming it. Phase 2, Ethereum. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flippening. Thanks to Tom Lee, that has occurred. Phase overlap. Money is starting to trickle into large caps where we see buy-ups happening. Cody is phase overlap at this moment. He's sold some ETH, and he's buying large caps. Phase 3, large caps. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin, and large caps are going parabolic. That is slowly but surely happening. Phase overlap. Regardless of market caps, some altcoins with strong fundamentals are having pumps. And then eventually phase 4, alt season. Large caps have gone full vertical, and we're seeing blow off tops. Mid caps, low caps, and micro caps all tend to pump around the same time. Large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. It seems every coin is going parabolic regardless of fundamentals. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited, and you feel the mania in the air. This is our future. Oh, man, I'm excited. All right, what are you guys saying? Coach to Canap. Tishu said, "Yo, been busy cleaning on the house, and taking out the trash. What did I miss? Nothing." Coach to Canap said, "Funny to see people have been bullish as F a few days ago, and now they're fear again." Yeah, it always flip-flops. Mondays have been horrible for the past 6 months. Coach to Canap said, "Good time to buy right now." It usually is. 100%. Waterfly said, JJ talked about his shirt tissue. That's it. Coach said, all season are really coming. If you don't see it, I hope you will buy XRP. The crap. Okay. I believe in alt season as well. I'm excited. If we gotta wait, I'm not as excited for having to wait, but it is what it is. Next we got, actually this is the last post from George at CryptoZaros. He said, zoom out, the last two Jackson Holes did the same thing, dip on speech, then higher highs in the week later, or the week after. History rhymes, position for the next leg up. 2023, hawkish stance, dip, explosion. 2024, dovish stance, dip, explosion. 2025, dovish stance, dip, explosion. So is he looking for like 108, 109? Because we're at 109.7. That actually kind of lines up. Tisha said, waterfly, LOL. What is that? A chicken wrap? How dare you? This, my friend, is a homemade Mexi Melt, which was for some reason illegally removed from the Taco Bell menu by Taco Bell corporate, breaking the law to dissatisfy millions of individuals around the planet. It is an absolutely delicious culinary accomplishment. Highly recommend making one for yourself. Coach said, we have seen the effects of Powell open the rate cut possibility, but how ETH go fast to all-time high? Oh yeah, dude, ETH just popped straight up to all-time high. Straight up to all-time high. If he cuts, the rate will go higher than Moon. I think so too. John pointed out that that's usually bearish, and sometimes it marks the top, which he's not wrong, but we asked Rock, and apparently every rate cut has corresponded with enormous gains for the cryptocurrency market, so depends on who you ask. Maybe it'll be bad for stocks. So those are our news articles. Let's go through our portfolio next. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio was in profit for 1 day. Apparently that is the ultimate sell signal when the 1K to 10K Grok portfolio, which historically has performed like trash, gets profitable, even by $1, then we need to sell. Not financial advice. Sol is leading the pack with $12 in profit, followed by ADA with $8 in profit. The rest are dragging her down. We got Render, Ondo, Proppy, Doge, Fetch, Near, Shib, and Aptos. Coach said, it's too beautiful to be true. For a cut, the rate, I don't believe, right? It definitely does feel feel like something's up. It's weird to feel like I know what I'm doing. Memecoin portfolio down $96. This thing's been performing pretty decent. WIF is up top, currently in profit $33, followed by Pepe in profit $5. SNEK is down $7. Doge is down $22, and Giga is down $107. Wow. Can we short Giga somewhere? Why is it literally going to zero? I'm genuinely concerned. Antonio Assad said, what crypto projects does Elon Musk want to start in relation to social platform X? I'm actually not sure. Giovanni said, what's up all? How guys doing? I'm back from Vegas. Nice. What's going on, Giovanni? We missed you. What crypto projects does Elon Musk want to start in relation to social platform X? Like start with? I would imagine he would do something similar to PayPal, something, maybe not though. He's pretty unique. He probably has research-driven approach. He'd probably for sure do Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana and XRP because those are the 4 top big boys. I don't know if he would touch BNB. I don't think he would touch Tron. I don't know if he would, honestly, he might just do those 4 at first. I really have no clue. And Doge, because we know he likes Doge. I wouldn't be surprised if he did only Doge. That would be kind of funny. Coach said, Memecoin looks like strong for a moment and then slowly dumped to death. Yes. Dude, Giga Chad has been down since we added it to that portfolio. That's actually crazy. Anyways, narrative portfolio, still in profit, $45. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 real-world asset coin, and 1 gaming coin, and it is absolutely killing it. Currently, there are 2 assets that are negative in the portfolio. We got VeChain is down $12, and Decentraland is down $2. Fetch is up 6, Tau is up 11, and Pepe is up 39. Mr. Roberts said, JJ, give the overall percentage gain or loss on each port. Dealing in percentages is king for financial discussions. I mean, you guys can do the math. This was a $500 investment. It's up 88, not 88%. It's up 8.8%. Yeah. The Memecoin portfolio is down 7%. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down 12.5%. Nope. 11.5%. And then last but not least, our perfect entry portfolio, which I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off more on the perfect entry portfolio because I think we could go down some more. Coach said, like people already know them. You have the face of a man who eats brisket and ribs. I actually like that. Thank you. That is quite a compliment. Appreciate that. I'm currently drinking a chai latte. So maybe my face is deceptive. Oh my God. I inhaled some. Okay, I almost died. Bridgeson said CR7 coin. Coach said, which alt you believe in the most? Right now, none of them. I'm a big ADA guy, but if you wanted me to be completely honest, I would go with SNEK, the meme coin on Cardano. I believe in SNEK more than I believe in Cardano. Is that messed up? Maybe that's crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. There's a very high chance that I'm crazy. Don't die before alt season. Yeah, something. I got a little too excited. I mentioned chai latte, and I just my lungs were like, give me. Okay, Bitcoin getting a little more downside here. Okay, news we went through. Okay, the perfect entry portfolio. I think we're gonna wait a little bit longer to add to this, just in case we dump a little bit more. Maybe that's stupid. Maybe that's greedy. Whatever. We only have 2 slots left, so I'm gonna be patient. This currently has 8 coins in it. We are still in profit, $58, which as of right now, I don't know what percentage is, so sue me, Mr. Roberts. I'm not going to do that math. It's easier when it's like $1,000 that I can do the math. It's a nice round number, but 8, no, I'm not doing it. This portfolio is made up entirely of coins that the community has voted on, you guys, and the next vote is probably going to take place relatively soon here if the market continues to slouch to the downside like this. So if you guys stick around, you might have a chance to vote on it. Currently, we only have 3 assets that are down right now. Render's down $17, Graph is down $5, and Crow is down 25 cents. Ondo is up 3 cents. Sol is up $4. Sui is up $8. ETH is up $12, and Link is still up a whopping $55. Looking good. Very exciting for this portfolio. This portfolio might start to outperform the narrative portfolio, which is pretty exciting. So shows us the strength and attraction of high caps. Okay. You guys got any questions? Any coins? This Vrisen. I'm just gonna say Vrisen. Vrisen wants to look at CR7. Is that a thing? CR7 coin. We got credit. Agricole stock futures. Maybe that is on Deck Screener. Fap Guy. Burning Man. Suisse. That's actually really funny. Shoe. Jobless. CR7. Cristiano Ronaldo. I thought he was launching his on BNB. Am I wrong? Maybe they tokenized it. No, it says Pump Fun. $800,000 market cap. Okay, so this has been around a while. This rug before, and it's now making a comeback because people talked about him making his own coin. Interesting. So let's say you bought after this one. You're like, oh my gosh, it's up 294%. I need to buy. And you buy the top of that. And you would still currently be up 400 and 500%. Nice. Just keep in mind, guys, this was a rug once upon a time. So treat it like a gamble. Short this CR7 coin. You will make millions. See, that's surprise. Can you short anything on hype? Is hype... Oh, geez. Hype. Dex. Hyperliquid. Hyper Foundation. Hyperliquid. Trade 100 plus perps on spot assets. Trade. All right, let's see if I can just pick whatever coin I want. I've never been on here before, so. CR7. Nope. Dang. What if I copy the contract address? Dude, the first place to do that... See, the problem is you have to add liquidity. Yeah. Dang. Okay. I wonder if they could do that. You could have like a universal liquidity provider. I genuinely am curious. Because if there's no liquidity, obviously they're not going to let you open a trade. That's what Strike does on Cardano right now. Sometimes you can trade, sometimes you can't because all of the liquidity is being used. Giovanni said, I know you looked at SWE already, but can you zoom out? Oh, I can. I don't care if I looked at it already, guys. Feel free to ask again, for real. Zoom out. All-time 4-hour chart. What are you all picking up at these prices? It's Monday. So I have no idea. Coach said an Axiom or Proton. Can you short in those? That's actually sick if you can. Can I short Memecoins in Axiom? This is a stupid question. For real though, if the platform made it so that you could have like a universal liquidity pool and you could long or short any coin just by copy pasting. Oh, you can. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Coach. How is that a good entry? Okay. We're zoomed out on a 4-hour. For SWE. Yeah, see, we got kind of a double top action going on here. At least we got a higher high. It's very, very faint, though. So we got a higher high. And there's a trend. There's a... I think we talked about this before. There's a prevailing trend here. And we get this spike down and then the recovery. Spike down and then the recovery. It's probably going to do the same exact thing. Look at that. Textbook. So don't be surprised if this gets a little bounce and then slumps over one last time for that spike down recovery. You get a better, yeah, that looks better. Okay. Yeah, let's see what plays out. I'm going to leave that on there. I might have to make it more transparent or maybe less thick. Picking up at these prices. What am I picking up at these prices? That's a good question. I haven't really thought about that myself. I will say, this past weekend I did consolidate some of my pumped up trash in my wallets, which is nice. Stuff that was like nothing. It was worth like $5 or $6 now. I liquidated, which maybe I shouldn't have, but I'll learn that lesson when I get to it. I know that's one of the biggest things that I harp on is people selling their whole bag of stuff. It's kind of stupid sometimes, but sometimes something's dead, it's dead. If it pumps up 500% from here, why do I care? What was I going to make? $20? Big deal. Okay. Yeah, I think if we do continue getting dumpy, what's really crazy is this almost perfectly lines up with $3. So if we get that spike down and the candle bodies close above $3, then that trend line will hold really nicely. That $3 mark will hold really nicely, and everything will have nice confluence. I want to look at Fartcoin actually, because I had that stupid fractal. Oh no, the Fartcoin fractal is failing. Dang it. That's disappointing. Well, you can't win them all. It looked really good for a minute. I'm going to leave it on there, though. Giovanni said, I'm going to pick up so much SWE. Mr. Robert said, JJ, I'm going to run, bro. Take care, and thanks, as always, for the commentary. See you all. Peace. Take it easy, Mr. Roberts. I appreciate you, my friend. Happy Monday. Giovanni said, good stuff, though. You have to sell sometimes. I was so glad to get rid of Jasmine. Dude, Jasmine drives me crazy. I played it a couple of times last bull market. It was fun, but I actually looked into it. I spent time looking into it, and I was mad after I looked into it. because they're like Sony executives and blah 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 and all these buzzwords. And I looked into it and I was like, this is literally like a shell. Jasmy is a shell, a shill shell, and it is made strictly to like pump itself up and then they sell. That's all that Jasmy does. And I was disappointed. I gotta say, I was very disappointed. You know what sucks is right after the daily close, I want to trade so bad, but I know that it's just gonna do this. Like if I were to look at this on like the 5-minute time frame, the whole 5-minute time frame would look like this for like the first 4 hours every single day, which is freaking miserable. If I open a trade right now and I have to sit through that, I'm gonna hate myself. I don't want to do that. John said Jasmy is better than Cardano or stupid dumbass. Jeez, tell me how you really feel, John. That's funny. Stupid dumbass SNEK. I was watching a video of this guy like flipping out on this like boat tour. They were in like Australia or something. It was really weird. And he was like this fat, weird, like American dude. And he had on like it looked like a sumo wrestler diaper or something. He was like yelling at this lady, and he just kept repeating himself over and over. He's like, "You stupid dumb bitch cunt," and he said that like 1,000 times. And I was like, "Why can't you think of any other words?" And then the video was over, and I started saying that. My fiance gave me the look. She was like, I was like, okay. It was funny. Zero said, "Yo, what's going on, Zero? Happy Monday, my friend. Bitcoin getting a little dumpy poo here. 109, 425 and 64 cents. Down and down she goes. Where does she stop? Nobody knows. What are your guys' targets? My original retrace target was 106. Waterfly's saying 98. John said, black guy by chance? No, it was a white dude. He looked like, I don't know. He looked like he may have some problems with the size of his penis. Zero said, oh yeah, crazy dump. Jai Shriram said, yo, when is crypto recovering after today's dump? I'm not entirely sure, actually. People are calling for potential 2-week pullback. Zero said, happy day to you too. Yeah, people are calling for 2-week pullback potentially. I think we might see 100K minimum. John said, someone made a video saying black guys repeat the same words over and over when they're mad. I don't know if it depends on race. I think it's entirely dependent on how the person, if the person's ever dealt with conflict in their entire life. I feel like maybe the people who are like only child or like never like had cousins or friends that they fought with or anything like that, they cannot insult anybody. So they end up repeating themselves like that. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm sure that there's some factor to it. I would like to, in my brain, the afterlife is going to be like scoreboards everywhere or like statistics, just showing you like dumb crap. That's, I don't know if that's my like mansplaining brain just desiring information for no reason, but I would love to see what causes people to be bad at insults. I would love to see why Karens snap. I would love to see why people feel the need to like buy big souped up trucks. Like, what are the statistics with that? Most of them have like these different traits. Just stupid stuff like that. You know what I mean? That interests me. Everyone's like, the afterlife is gonna be like heaven and like all this wonderful stuff, and I'm like, I want information. Coach said, I wait my soul deposit for short the CR7 meme. All right. John said, sorry, I was just trying to get Waterfly mad. Didn't realize he wasn't paying attention anymore. Dang. Jai said, do you think Bear Trap or more of their profit switching the trains, even jumping from Bitcoin to ETH event? I'm honestly not entirely sure. Bear Trap is definitely subjective, because if this is a proper pullback to like 100K or 90K, people would argue that that's not a bear trap. I still would think it is. You could call it a retrace. You could call it a bear trap. You could call it a pullback. You could call it a bear market. A mini bear market inside of a bull market. The bottom line is, we've seen this before. Quite a bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again. Look at that. Look at this. Are we going to retrace all the way down to 107, 106? That might be good support. So this is me zoomed out on the 4-hour time frame. We've seen this beautiful support turn into the same exact resistance. This turned into like a nice symmetrical channel. We got an MW back here. And then this guy did like a M, and then that touch got a nice spike to the upside. And then we're doing the exact same thing right here. M, maybe getting a touch and a nice spike to the upside again. So technically speaking, there's a million different patterns that you can look at. And from the top, which keep in mind also, we are coming directly off of a new all-time high on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So right now, we are currently down 12%, which is huge for Bitcoin. 20% pullbacks are very typical in a bull market. For Bitcoin specifically, which would probably lead to like 40 to 50 to 60% on alts. That would put us at about 98K, which is perfect. That lines up exactly with Waterfly's target. It makes sense with a bunch of different numbers. That 50-week moving average will probably be there by the time we hit it. And that would, to me, would be a pullback versus a bear market or a bear trap. So it depends on who you ask. Now, if I extend this out here, it would be quite the anomaly, in my opinion, to break this support just to touch this one and then continue up. But I feel like I could see that happening for some stupid reason. That kind of happened right here. And this line down here had no justification right here at all whatsoever. Like, it's not like that was going off of a previous peak or something. It didn't quite make it down to here. So maybe this argument is the same as this argument. And what actually ended up happening was just this, which could be this. I don't know. I kind of like that. CryptoZ said I was eyeing 107.5. So if we go to that orange line, that actually looks pretty dang close. 107.5 is like right here. If we dump straight there, my orange line's at like 107.1, 107.2. 107.5 is right. I'm just going to mark it. Right there. So let's see if that hits. I like it. 107.5. I'm going to put it on the main chart as well. Just for some hopium. All right, we got CryptoZ's target, my retrace target, which is an old retrace target from, I think, maybe here. Could have been here as well. I think that might have been it. This one right here. Congratulations, Degener, once again on your victory. Did I win? No, it was Degener. Knowing you are not expected more than 2x profits, why do you think institutions or anyone would buy Bitcoin anymore? See, I think that's the problem is they are expecting more than 2x profits on Bitcoin. Maybe bull market, but they can afford to wait 10, 20 years. So they're not looking for a 2x. They're looking for like 40 or 50, which you can almost guarantee with Bitcoin if you just buy and hold it for like 5 or 10 years. That's just the way that it has always worked. And if it slows down, they can reevaluate next year or next bull market, whatever. If the government is adopting it, I feel like it's dumb to not buy it. It's got a hard capped supply, and it was literally made for inflation, to combat inflation, and it is doing exactly that. It has done the exact thing that it is made to do since it was made. It has literally outperformed every single asset on the planet. So that's why. Just Have Fun said, what's up? What's going on? Just Have Fun. CryptoZ said, I'm surprised alts aren't getting violated. They've been hanging strong for the most part. I think that's because of Bitcoin dominance losing 60%. So Bitcoin dominance lost 60%, which we were watching for forever. We had this original breakdown, and we got some strength. 62.5, 62, what is that? Yeah, 62.5 rejected, finally. And then couldn't get back above 62. And then it broke below 61, couldn't get back above it. Continued down, held 59 nice for a minute, and then immediately plummeted to the downside. Bounced off of 57.68, which is something we had marked on the chart. I'm not sure where that orange line came from, but it was there, and we got a bounce off of it. And we're currently sitting at 58.7 right now, which is probably why alts are getting a little, or they were getting shafted yesterday. Now they're holding up a little bit stronger, but I agree with Bitcoin down 12%. Alts from the top aren't down that much, and that's, I think, because Bitcoin down, it's dumped because ETH touches a new all-time high recently. Degenerate said, "Fuh, we lost 109." Yes, we did. Did we? No, we didn't. Where? Oh, for like a microsecond. John Gregory said, "Yo, man, what's Tether dominance doing?" Let's go take a look. Brennan Hogan said, "This market makes me want to shove that burrito somewhere in me." Crypto Z said, "Here we go, boys." What am I missing? Why are you guys freaking out? Are my charts lagging out? Tether, yes, Tether. Give me 1 second. John said, "Government ruins everything it touches, but we should buy Bitcoin because government is buying it." I mean, they don't control it yet. Tether. USDT dominance. This, I think, I genuinely believe Tether dominance is going to go up forever. And what do you know? It hit that trend line perfectly. What is this on daily? Yeah. Yep. Weekly. Yeah, look at that. Woo. Big boy trend line. What's funny is it's down, which is hilarious. Because does the quantity of Tether decrease ever? I don't know if it can. Like, you and I can swap Tether for Bitcoin, but that Tether doesn't go away as soon as we swap it. Degenerate said, "Tether about to banana zone." I think that that's going to happen for all stablecoins, because they're going to start getting, I think stablecoin dominance is going to increase to the point where we're not even going to be able to measure it for crypto at all. Because if everyone starts using it to like buy their groceries and stuff, it'll have complete disconnect from cryptocurrency. It'll have nothing to do with it. What's crazy, kind of blowing my mind right now, is this volume. Last time volume got up like this, it did banana zone. So let's see what happens. Jai said, "Let's say Bitcoin gets dumped by all the institutions. Do you think altcoins could still get that altcoin season?" I mean, why would all the institutions dump Bitcoin right now? If they did, then no. I think altcoins would get equally wrecked, and we would go into an early bear market. Degenerate said, "Tether about the banana zone." Yep. Crypto Z said, "Here we go, boys." Talking pump or dump, Crypto Z. The boys must know. The boys demand an answer. All right. Yeah, guys, not much going on, honestly. 109.308. It's a quiet day for crypto. Quiet, boring Monday. And you know what sucks is if we rebound after this, everyone's just going to expect this in a week or so, and it's probably not going to happen. All they have to do is crush sentiment for 1 day. 1 day is all it takes. We're at neutral already. We're about to be in fear. Tomorrow we're going to be in fear for sure. I think, did this update with the daily close? When does it update? 8 p.m. Yep. Yeah, this just updated with the daily close. So tomorrow, after the daily close, if we're anywhere near this, we're going to be in fear for sure. John said, "Let's just go to the bull market support band and get it over with." Is that 50-week moving average? I don't even know what the hell the bull market support band is anymore. I've been so entrenched in this crap. Crypto Z said, "Haha, my bad, bro. Just ready for them to dump it. I'm at work, busy. I'm at work BSing, ready to buy more." Okay. They're not going to dump it now. We just bottomed. because everyone's expecting it to dump. What is this gray line? Congratulations, DGenair, once again on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new, please consider subscribing. I do a daily close contest every single day where you have a chance to win up to $100 daily. It's a ton of fun. And it's at 7:50 p.m. EST every single day. So subscribe, smash the like button. I appreciate you guys. John said 20-week SMA and 21-week EMA. Oh. So I got to go to the weekly. And I think I have a bull market support band indicator as well. So let me see. I think my fractals are wrong as well. So bull market support band, 20-week SMA, 21-week EMA. Let's go. Look at that. See, I know what I'm doing, John. You know what I had for dinner? You know what I had for dinner? I had a bowl of cereal. And it was freaking sick. Choose the One by ZK Dev. Is that the one I have? Let's go. Yeah. Dude, that's so close to 107, 107.8, 107.5. Wait a minute. Crypto Z. Is this your target? Jai said, thank you, brother. Hope things get back to normal. Thank you. I agree. Normal is subjective. But I agree. I hope things get back to normal as well. My portfolio was at a new all-time high yesterday. Today, that has literally been wiped out, which alarms me because last time that happened was at the peak last bull market. I vividly remember showing my fiance, check out my portfolio. And she was like, that's how much money you have? And I was like, uh-huh. And she goes, you should sell some right now. And I was like, no. What if it goes up more? And she goes, okay. And then, no joke, the next day, it was down probably 50%. And the day after that, it was down probably another 50%. So I had like 25% of what I originally started with. And then that's where the greed really set in. And I was like, it's going to come back. It's going to rebound. And I just watched it bleed away into nothing while I dollar cost averaged like a sociopath. And I lost my mind for the next 3-4 years. And now I'm streaming and eating cereal for dinner, which is delicious, by the way. I choose to eat cereal for dinner. It's freaking, I don't know. I think they put something in Special K fruit and yogurt because I'm 1000% addicted to it. I literally like look forward to coming home to eat cereal. I look forward to getting up in the morning to eat cereal. Something is wrong with my brain. I need the Special K fruit and yogurt. John Gregory said, didn't we tank big last September? Let's go take a look. Quarterly returns, Q3, typically positive. However, last September, Bitcoin was up 7.29%. Closed September, up 7.29%. However, last August, it was down 8.6%. Last bull market, September 2021, we were down 7.03%. And the one before that was 13.08. This is why I think Ben Cowan's going to be wrong. Because he's like, we're going to pull back in September and Bitcoin dominance is going to rebound, blah, blah, blah. Now, everyone's expecting that. And when everybody expects it, it does not happen. Crypto Z said cereal is life sometimes. Got to use whole milk, though. I do use whole milk. I've never bought not whole milk. What I've been doing, Crypto Z, and maybe I'm going to alter your life here. And if I was a very frugal guy, so I was very against this. So if you're like, no, dude, I'm not spending extra money on some other ass milk, like, screw you. I totally understand. I buy oat milk for my chai lattes. And I've been splashing just a splash. Like, maybe, like the top layer, I would call it. I pour my bowl. I pour like 90% whole milk. And then I do like a 10% splash of oat milk. And it is so freaking good. Only specifically, it's got to be Special K fruit and yogurt or Frosted Flakes. I haven't tried it with anything else. It can't be like a super, like, it won't work on Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch has so much flavor already. You don't need it. Same with Apple Jacks. Anything with a ton of flavor, you don't really need it. But like something with just a simple cornflakes or whatever the hell, that oat milk will enhance the shit out of that cereal, dude. It's like life-changing, I'm telling you. John said, no way, man. Got to get the skim milk. The only thing more watery than water, dude, is mixing milk like ethanol and gasoline. Dude, it's so good. It's like altered my life. I'm not joking. I tried to make chai latte with whole milk. Like, you make the tea, you pour the milk in it, you put a little bit of honey. It's delicious. The milk, it tasted like shit. It didn't taste like anything. I was like, this sucks. And then I saw somebody say, you have to use oat milk. And I was like, oh shit. I'm going to try oat milk. And it's delicious. Now, all I drink is chai latte. So then I was having cereal one day, and I think we ran out of milk. I was like, shit. I guess I'll use some oat milk. So I had, like, most of the milk was already in there already, and I added the oat milk to top it off. And it was so good, dude. It was so good. So now I do that every time I have cereal. Which also might be the addicting part. I might just be addicted to oat milk. CryptoZ said, oat milk, I have to try it. Is it only good with cereal? Or what about like cookies or sweets? I haven't tried it with cookies or sweets. I would definitely try it with everything. It's so freaking good, dude. John said, have you ever had oat bread? Wait, forget I said that. You're poor. I feel like I think I announced it recently. I've reached lower middle class now. If you split each class up into 3 classes, like lower, middle, upper, poor, lower, middle, upper, middle, lower, middle, upper. I am lower middle class. I think. According to the state, I'm pretty sure I'm still poor. But what are you gonna do? Their standards are pretty high. Oat bread. What the hell is oat bread? This turned into a food channel really quick. I took one little dump. Whole grain oat nut. See, I'm scared. I'm scared I'm gonna get addicted to this shit, dude. One of my favorite crypto rich fiat poor. Bro, you ate cereal for dinner, you're poor. Cereal's expensive. What the hell are you talking about, John? Jeez. One of my favorite snacks, which is gone now, by the way. I have to like special order it, and it's like $80. It's called Gelato Fiasco, and it was Maine wild blueberry flavor, which was literally just blueberries in vanilla gelato with like pieces of oat clusters in it. It was so fucking good. I would punch somebody. I would punch an old woman in the head for access to my Maine wild blueberry Gelato Fiasco. Franco said, John, I can't wait to kick the snot out of you in fantasy. Sup, JJ? What's going on, Franco? John said, since when is cereal expensive? Have you not had cereal? It's expensive as hell. The cheapest, to get like a normal size box, it's like $6. Per meal, it's quite cheap. But if you eat it like 3 or 4 times a day, it's a little pricey. I feel like cereal's expensive. What do you mean? It used to be cheap. Or cheaper. Maybe it's expensive because it's just expensive relative to what I used to pay. I don't know. Would you believe me if I told you I've never qualified for a bridge card? For food, or I guess it's called food stamps universally. John said I don't eat breakfast anymore. See, I stopped eating breakfast for a little while, and then I started like feeling like crap throughout the day. So then I started eating breakfast again, and I felt better. I don't think they're correlated, but I kind of altered a bunch of stuff at the same time, so it's really hard to tell. All right, monthly returns. We looked at this already. I think we have Ethereum as well. No, we got Ethereum quarterly returns. Ethereum quarterly. See, Q3 is historically, on average, pretty good. I think it's good. All 4 quarters are, on average, great for Ethereum and Bitcoin. So, Brennan Hilgett said, nah, I got 3 kids. Cereal is expensive. Thank you, Brennan. 3 kids is expensive as well, I imagine. I have one. 1 kid is expensive. CryptoZ said, Trump says he's removing Fed Governor Cook. Not sure if that's bullish or bearish. I don't think it matters. She lied. She lied on a mortgage application, which is fraud. So I'm kind of glad she's being removed. Here we go. We're getting a little dumperoonie. 108,952 even. Crypto's boring again. What are you going to do? Almost oversold on the 4-hour, which is a little bit exciting. Maybe potential for a short-term reversal. Little dead cat bounce action. We like the green ones. We could invert the chart. Let's just invert the chart. All right, guys, we're pumping like crazy. Very exciting. Should I do that? I should do that next stream. Congratulations, DJair, for losing the daily close contest. Everything's just the opposite. This is such a stupid gimmick. Everyone's like, is this guy still talking? Thank you guys for smashing the like button. Let's see how far alts can go. What are we looking for? Total 3. See, Bitcoin's down 1.23%, but alts really aren't reacting that bad. Or I guess it depends on the alt. There's like a little, yeah, Ondo, SWE, XRP, and ADA look good, and Sol. ETH is down a little bit. Bitcoin's down. Kind of weird. Kind of weird what's going on here. Very, very interesting. I want to go look at total 2 really quick. So total 3, we want 1 trillion to hold. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, but it's going to suck. Short term. Short to midterm. Total 2, very similar chart. See, this could go down and touch this for sure. Total 2, I could totally see going. And if it wants to repeat what happened back here, I'm just going to make this a fractal, actually. Let me check that out. I guess I'll go right here. And then there. So let's put this. Well, actually, it doesn't line up good at all. I'm going to stretch it out. I don't mind that. Okay, so we got 1, 2, down. So it almost touches, it would almost go down. That doesn't make any sense, though. I guess I would want it to just go down to here. Yeah, I kind of like that. So right here, you got your 2 peaks, your valley, and then your spike. Your 2 peaks, your valley, and then your spike. I could see that. I don't hate that. Unfortunately, that involves alts dumping tremendously to reach that, what are we going to call it? I'll call it 1.37, 1.38. 1.38. Nope. .38. All right, let's see. JJ's target. Yes. Yeah, let's see if we get 1.38 on total 2 and the total crypto market cap. I think. Oof. Uh-oh. Well, there wasn't a lot of confluence here anyways. So now what do we got? Nothing? Whole lot of nothing? Whole lot of nothing. I would hate to make a lower low. That pulse player said sup Z. Question is, what are we doing? Honestly, it almost looks like a inverted Adam Eve as well. Are we going to touch 3.7 again? Adam Eve. This would be an anomaly, though. That fractal clearly didn't work out. Definitely interesting. And then let's go to others. Dominance. Okay. Dang, we had a breakout too. We had a little breakout, but it did a little double tap M, broke down. It was like a really nice coil up symmetrical triangle as well. Shit. How far is she gonna go down? We got potential support here and here. 7.48 and then 7.24. We're at 7.65 right now. I don't think any of it's going to really make a difference, to be completely honest. Total 3. Bitcoin really doesn't want to lose that 109 level. It's actually doing pretty good holding that. What are you guys thinking? Any opinions? HBAR's up 1.18%. What the hell's going on there? Is this where we rebound and everyone freaks out because they missed it? They sold all their bags? Crypto Z said, yo, what's good, my guy? At work? Yeah, dominance. Hopefully, maybe rejecting 58.8. Potential there. Yeah, let's see what comes of Bitcoin. Almost oversold in the 4-hour time frame, which it did that literally back here this whole time. Oversold, nobody cared. Oversold, nobody cared. Almost oversold, nobody cared. Like it did a little baby bounce and then started going down again. And then we got the Trump pump. Brennan Hogan said, I think we bounce on Wednesday. I could see that. Mondays have been sucky, man. So I'm really not surprised here at all. Nobody really should be. Mondays have been sucky for like 6 months. Every single Monday has been awful. Alpha Doodle said, gonna wake up green. Hell yeah. I like that attitude. I really like that attitude. Oh, man. Anybody new, please consider subscribing. I appreciate you guys for being here. We do a daily close contest every single day. A chance for you to win up to $100, and that is entirely real. We have had one person, so we have a $20 prize and a $100 prize. We've had one person win the $20 prize. We've given away other prizes for other crazy stuff during the competition. One guy lost by a penny 2 separate occasions, which was crazy. We sent him a custom mug. Other times, people will just randomly donate to have whoever wins win $20 just for fun. Brendan Hogan said this has been the grindiest bull, man. It really has. I think it all falls under that umbrella of the extended bull market, diminishing returns scenario. And it's all playing out exactly how you would expect that to play out. Sucky. Because we're impatient. I'm 1000% impatient. I'm not a patient person at all. So this stuff taking this long, miserable. Absolutely miserable. I want nothing to do with it. But unfortunately, this is how the crypto market goes. So we're stuck waiting for forever for absolutely nothing at all. But it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I'm probably going to call it an evening. Not a whole lot going on. Hopefully this thing just starts to rip and I got to jump back on. But as always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Happy Monday. Smash the like button on your way out, and good night.